What's good, everybody? RJ Shelton here off the Top Show, episode 92. You see, I got my good brother here with me on this Friday, Mr. Tony Lippett, Mr. Lip, Mr. Speak On It podcast. How we doing, my good brother?
Hey, man, we vibing on this glorious Friday, man. Feeling good.
Yeah,
NCAA tournament good. About to talk some sports, man. Let's get it. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man.
absolutely. Actually, brother, tilt your camera up just a little bit.
Let's see.
Boom. Is it good?
This is a little retarded.
Oh, it's all good.
You think that's right?
Bet. Boom. There we go. So let's get into it, man. I got to make sure you got to see my brother, man. You can't go ahead. We can't have half off, half, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, let's get into it.
Either. This shit authentic.
Oh, no, we're not.
Out, man. We straight to you like that, man.
Let's get into it, though. We talk about, obviously, NFL, NBA, current sports news that's going on within the sports realm. Let's hop right into it, man. I think, we can give the people, we gave the people, I give them 5 days now. We give the whole shabam. You go ahead and watch Sunday. You watch basketball. You watch Monday night. You watch Thursday night. Obviously, we got the play-in tournament right now going on, so we're definitely going to go ahead and hit on all those. But let's go ahead and talk about, obviously, Week 13 of the NFC North. That's kind of the backbone of what we talk about. Let's talk about your Detroit Lions, man. You're clinched, 9-3. Man, we were talking about this Week 1 when they went and beat the Chiefs. Like, oh, Lord, we got some on our hands. And you do. This is, I think, a great stand for where the Detroit Lions are right now from a team standpoint, turning that culture around, that blue-collar mentality of, we are going to play smash mouth, football. We're going to be a physical team. We're going to be a dominant team. We're going to go ahead and show our presence of what we can do on both ends. They won 33-28 against the New Orleans Saints. Granted, that team is down, but it doesn't matter. A win's a win in the NFL. I'm going to let you have the floor on this one, my good brother. Talk to me about your Detroit Lions and what this means to Detroit, because this is big. This is huge.
Just like you said it, man, we're let me go to the division. We at the top of the division, 9-1 in the division, 6-1 in the 6-2 in the conference, 2-1 in the division. We still have 3 division games left. We play the Bears at the Bears this upcoming Sunday. Then we play the Vikings twice still for within the last 5 games. Those are going to be competitive games, but I think the Detroit Lions should win those games. I think the identity of the Lions is set. Like, I finally think for the first time in as long as I've known the Lions, even with Calvin Johnson and Roy Williams and Charles Rogers and Dre Bly and Sue and Slay and Quinn at safety, like, even with all Matt Stafford, even with all those guys, I still didn't think we established an identity. Mm-hmm. I think the Lions have an identity now. I think we are a physical team. I think we are a hard-working team. We're a grind-em-out team. We're a running team that could pass. We're one of those running teams with the play-action pass. We're kind of like an old-school team. Like, we kind of like one of them old-school Bears teams. You feel me? Like the old-school Vikings teams with Adrian Peterson. Not saying we got Adrian Peterson. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
you damn near do. You damn near do, though.
Hell no, not wait. You ain't.
I'm not saying that he's. But you're running the ball efficiently. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. We have created an identity that can win. You feel me? So I love that. Like I said, we have the last 5 games. We're 9-3 right now. The last 5 games we got Chicago, Denver, the Vikings twice, and the Cowboys. I see us at least going 4-1 at the least 2-3. 3-2. So we either gonna be 14-3 or 13-4 at the top of the seeding, probably either the 3 seed or the 2 seed, depending on the Eagles and the 49ers or the Eagles and the Cowboys. We're gonna see how that turns out. So I like where we're sitting at right now, man. I want to continue to see us get pressures on defense, continue to find ways to turn the ball over. And we got to be able to, we don't want to get behind, but we got to be able to, we have shown that we can come back from behind. So I love the foundation that they set. I love what Dan Campbell was doing. I love what the offense coordinator is doing. We're probably going to lose him to a head coaching job somewhere. His name is out there, Ben Johnson. He's probably going to go somewhere, so we're going to lose him. So we got to put all the chips to the table right now. Push all them shits to the table and let's see where they fall, man. But I love what the Lions are doing right now, and hey, don't be surprised if I told y'all if the start of the season looked just like the end of the season. The start of the season was who? What team? What two teams in the start of the season?
The good old
Chiefs.
Detroit Lions versus Chiefs.
Don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I would. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. But the game's got to be played, and that's what I love about football is that it ain't played on paper. The game's got to be played any given Sunday. So that's what I got about them, man. I love what they're doing.
No, absolutely. And to piggyback off what you just said, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about and highlight Jared Goff. He's playing incredible right now. I think even since he stepped in 2021 with the Detroit Lions when they made that, transaction to go ahead and get him to bring him from the Rams over to the Lions, he's been efficient. Just looking at his stats right here as of right now, over 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns and interceptions. That's efficient throughout, obviously, this week 14. So shout out to them. They're doing their thing, clinch the division. That is a huge accomplishment from where you guys were, 2016, 17, 18, 19 years, even though you had Matthew Stafford doing his thing, just still coming up short. But this is huge for the organization, huge for the city. So shout out to Detroit, man. I already know that their fan base is already going to be having buffs on, grilling out, grooving, all type of stuff.
You seen New Orleans, bro? We was down there, boy. It was flooded with Detroit.
Bro, it was flooded.
Man.
Flooded. But let's go ahead and obviously still stay in that run with the NFC North here. Green Bay Packers face the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a Sunday night game, action-packed. Obviously, if you tune into this show, you know where I lie with the Green Bay Packers. 6-6, 27-19. Jordan Love playing unreal right now. Who would ever thought that?
What'd you say? What'd you say about Jordan
Love? Playing unreal right now.
Yeah. What I've been telling you this whole year?
I can't.
No, bro. No, because on the last episode.
I can't get excited.
No, bro. On the last episode, I brung up his name again. He's about, no. You must ain't watching the games because I'm watching the games and I see a good quarterback. He's just experiencing right now. But go ahead. I'm going to let you carry on, my brother.
No, 100% what you're saying. I'm just excited because I would have never thought that we would go ahead. I mean, I knew, but it's like you don't know until, you get some, weeks underneath you, which he has. I think the big booster on the game to where I think Jordan Love is made a name for himself and everything got comfortable was when we played you guys on Thanksgiving. I think with him now being comfortable, and I think that's a huge thing at the quarterback position. It's showing, obviously, ever since Thanksgiving. 25 of 36 from the field, 267 yards, throwing for 3 touchdowns. And he's thrown 3 touchdowns the previous 2 weeks, or I want to say, no interceptions, and threw for over basically 200, 300 yards. This is giving me great vibes going into the second half of the season. I'm liking what LaFleur's doing. I think the playbook now is open. I think they're trusting him, and he's comfortable with now being able to go ahead and make secondary reads on top of the first play. What I'm meaning is that play obviously goes in. That's the play they're going to run. But obviously, being the quarterback in the NFL, you have options to go ahead and audible. Yes, I know you know this, but I like to break it down as simple as possible. But he's actually going above and beyond and going through the third read. So, once you're doing that, that's giving me Aaron Rodgers vibes. Okay, we see what's going on. He's seeing the defense. I mean, you got to look at it. He's backed up Aaron Rodgers for 4 years, and you know how passionate Aaron Rodgers is when it comes to obviously diving into knowing his opponent, defenses, what they're going to give him and stuff. So I'm very pleased at what I'm seeing with Jordan Love. We're 6-6 right now. We are definitely in the playoff hunt. We're on that bubble of getting in to possibly play you guys. I don't know. Maybe go ahead and play the Eagles or the 49ers. But I talked about this with my boy James. Even if we get into that, that's still a winning season for the Green Bay Packers moving forward. Look at it. We haven't had anyone healthy on defense. We have a bunch of young guys still, I think, at the wide receiver position that are finding their roles. Coaching, obviously figuring out what they need to do to get those guys in the position to make plays. I'm liking where this Packers team's heading. I know we still have a long season left, but this was a great win, obviously against a very good opponent in the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I know that Van Cat Stanley, that should have been called. That was a pass interference. But they missed the call. It is what it is. You move on. You heard, obviously, what Mahomes said. Hey, listen, they let us play. We didn't make plays. And that's what I love about Mahomes, too. Like, he always owns up to it. He doesn't blame nobody. He goes ahead and takes upon himself, like, we should have done better, or we should have done this to get to where we needed to be. So I went on a spiel there. But all in all, I'm excited. Green Bay Packers, we got our guy for another 15 years. I am just blessed to be able to have generation quarterbacks, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. This is a
wow.
blessing. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and talk about this Green Bay
I'm
Packers situation.
gonna jump into it briefly.
But
I ain't
go
gonna spend
ahead.
time on it. I just love how you. I just love the growth. I just love the growth from you. Obviously Jordan Love is growing on you, and
It
I just
is.
told you, bro. I told you, bro. I said,
It
bro, just
is.
be patient, dog, bro. He can play. He's just young, and he's gonna make young mistakes. But I told
Right.
you, beginning of the season is gonna look different than how he look at the end of the season because he's gonna have the reps.
Absolutely.
Him and McFleur gonna start to gel. They're gonna start to know more about each other. They're like
Right.
now. I'm sure Jordan Love walking into the room like, "Hey, okay, I think we need to exploit this over here now." But at the beginning of the season, he probably just walking in there like, during the hairlights, like, "Oh, let's see what's the game plan is today." But now he's better because he's played
Right.
13 games, won some big games. That was a great game from first of all, that was Mahomes' first game at Lambeau,
Yep.
Sunday night football. And they won, and it wasn't like a lucky win or anything. Like they was winning that damn near that whole game, and it was even with the punches that Mahomes and them threw back, they was able to come back with it. Like it was a long drive one time where Mahomes drove the ball down there, scored a touchdown, and he came back and did the same thing. And I was like,
Right.
okay, that's nice, bro. But like you said about the MVS pass interference, maybe if he had caught the ball on the last time he dropped that motherfucking pass wide open, maybe they'd be more reluctant to give him that catch. Maybe if
Right.
he goes up and try to catch the ball instead of letting it just try to come down to him and to letting the motherfucking
Man.
DB jump over his back, they would have give him the call. But he not a good catcher of the football. That's why he's not a Packer right now because he was with the Packers, right?
Oh, he was with the Packers for sure. Don't get me started.
Yeah, so he's trash. But I like.
I was gonna be polite and say something, but you didn't already told me that's the reason why we got rid of him because of that prime example, right?
Yeah, I'm not being
Like
nice.
you get
I'm
like
done. I'm done with MVS.
you yes, like you literally hit it on the head. Like continue because yes, you took the what I was about to say was exactly that.
And while you playing, I know this is a sidebar, but that rookie wide receiver from the Chargers, he kind of looking like MVS a little bit too now. 6'4" guy
Oh,
that could was it Johnston or something. 6'4"
well,
guy
yeah,
that could supposed to have all this athletic ability, but he can't catch. He can't catch, bro. He catch with his body. He never goes up and gets the ball. I've never seen either one of the motherfuckers catch a ball like over a motherfucker. Motherfucker draped on him and he just catching the ball. What are you 6'4" for? Are you
yeah.
6'4"? But that's besides the point. I love what Jordan Love is doing. Like I said, they got a chance of running the table for these last games. Who they had? They got the Giants on Monday night football. It's gonna be a tough game because it's in New York, but they should win that game. Then they got Tampa Bay. That should be a win. They got the Panthers. That should be a win. Those three should be wins right there for sure. Then they end the season on two division games at Minnesota and Vin versus Chicago. But they should win them games, and I see them being the 6th seed. So if they the 6th seed, they're gonna have to go into Detroit and play them Detroit Lions again in the first round of the playoffs, and it's
How
gonna be a
crazy
test.
would that be? How crazy
But
would that be?
because they can be dangerous. Like if he come out and like really balling out these next 5 games, and he looking like he looked on Sunday Night Football versus the fucking best quarterback I've ever seen in Patrick Mahomes. If he looked like he looked then, all right. All right. All right. Because they defense
Right.
ain't bad. And with Alexander hurt and he coming back, and if he's able to, get back on his shit and they defense able to get some stops, they can be one of them teams. They can be that hot team that starts off being hot late. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
hey man, I like what Jordan Love doing. And like you said, the Packers got their quarterback.
They got their quarterback, and I'm so thankful. But yeah, no, NFC North, obviously, straight ahead to go and to end that with, just what's going on. Obviously, the Lions are number one still. I don't even look at it. Lions are number one still. I know the Vikings are number two. Packers are three, and I think the Bears are four. Bears had a bye. But we're coming down to the season. Obviously, for these teams, everything matters to go ahead and make that playoff push. But that's kind of the NFC North and what's going on with that. Let's talk about these games this past week. Obviously, Monday night and Thursday night. Talk about them briefly. Monday night, who would have thought that this Cincinnati Bengals and Jacksonville Jaguars would have been a game? Granted, I'm going to talk about the quarterback play here. So sick that Trevor Lawrence got hurt. He was 22 of 29 from the field, 558 yards throwing, 2 touchdowns. He had obviously exited with an ankle injury. It looked disgusting. Basically, guy left tackle either stepped on his ankle. It was bad. But all in all, this was an action-packed game. I was surprised that this game was like this on a Monday night. How about Jake Browning? Who is that guy? No clue. No clue who this guy is, but looked like he was a 12-year vet out there throwing the ball around. 32 of 37 from the field, 350 yards throwing, 1 touchdown. Obviously, Jamar Chase, we already know what he brings, one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, 11 receptions for 149 yards, 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon getting active as well, 19 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. You can't count out this Cincinnati Bengals team, I guess, huh? 6-6. This was a good win for them. Granted, they're in a very tough division, but they could definitely be one of those teams that sneak in the playoff hunt, maybe be a wild card going in. Who knows about the Joe Burrow situation with his shoulder, what's going on. But this was a great win for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was a great performance by Jake Browning coming in and back up, doing what he did. And that shows that you just, everyone plays their role and does what they need to do. You can still distribute the ball to your playmakers. So big thing what I'm seeing here, offensive linemen doing what they need to do to give a pocket for Jake. And obviously Jamar Chase and being one of the top guys getting open and doing his thing. He had his handprint all over this game. So talk to me about this, either from just a fan or just looking at it, kind of your perspective on this Monday night game this past Monday.
From what I've seen when I was watching that game, if I didn't know anything about football and I just happened to be watching football that night and I'm just watching the teams and I'm watching the quarterback play, I would think that the Bengals quarterback was the best quarterback on that field. I think, first off, if any other quarterback have the numbers he had in that game, they would be like, if Patrick Mahomes went 32 for 37, 354 yards, and was making all of the clutch throws that he was making, checking it down, throwing the slants, throwing the dig, and it was a couple of drops in there. I think Jamar Chase had dropped he dropped one ball. He dropped one ball. I think somebody else dropped the ball. So he had 2 drops out of those 5 incompletions.
Right.
So 32 for 37, 354 yards, 1 touchdown. He also added a rushing touchdown in as well. I think he was the best quarterback on the field because he wasn't just throwing to Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase is a fucking problem. I told you that it don't matter what quarterback, bro. It don't matter what quarterback
Right, don't matter. He's insane, bro. Honest to God, he's insane. He's insane.
I'm telling you, bro. He a freak, bro. He's one of those guys that you don't want to get him turned up. You know how they say poke the bear. I think you want him to be out there chilling most of the time. Because if you get him in, because even when he's chilling, he can give your ass 200 yards.
Right.
But if you poke the bear and try to play with him and talking junk after that, because he gonna talk junk too. But if you do that, he gonna destroy your defense, bro. Because he can score on any route. Dig, slant, out, go, curl, come back, smoke route, screen.
I was gonna say, just throw him the ball. Throw him the ball.
Bro. He's one of those freaks, bro, and he's hard to tackle after he catch the ball. Man, this was a great win by the Bengals. I don't think a lot of people had the Bengals going into their arena, going into Trevor Lawrence Arena on a Monday night, which Jacksonville haven't had a Monday night in, I think they said like over 15 years. This was their first
which
Monday
is
night over 15,
crazy.
which is crazy, but shit, it's well deserved. But I don't know, because I remember they had Fred Taylor and David Garrard and Mercedes
I would say
Lewis and
they Ben should have had one. They had dogs in Jacksonville. You kidding me?
yeah, but you know how I go.
Right.
He was the best player on the field. I mean, he wasn't the best player on the field. He's the best quarterback on the field.
Right.
He was the best quarterback on the field, led them to a win. It wasn't janky. It wasn't like it looked like a very efficient. Like he looked good. The play calling looked good. Mixon added in with his 19 carries, 68 yards. So good job that they was able to run the ball as well. You feel me? Like they ain't just say we're gonna throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. We're gonna continue to, rush attempts. Even if we get in 2 yards of carry, 3 yards of carry, we gotta still commit to the run so it won't just turn into a passing game with your backup quarterback. But he looked good, man. He looked good. I think the Jaguars lost one. This is one you didn't want to lose, but this Bengals team is not done. Man. As long as Jamar Chase on the field, they got a chance. So great call, great game called by Zach Taylor though. Great game called by Zach Taylor. Like dog looked like Joe Burrow.
Like
Dog
literally.
Burrow, bro. Like very accurate throwing the ball. Very right now. He wasn't holding on to the ball too long. He got sacked twice. But some backup quarterbacks fuck around and get sacked 5 times in a game like this, especially on Monday Night Football away. So
Right.
everything was against the Bengals, and they won this game, and that's a great win for them. But Jaguars, I don't know. It's kind of looking. We gonna see how it looks because Houston knocking on the door, and I don't think they waiting on them to open that motherfucker. They about to kick that motherfucker in, and they probably gonna sneak up and win that division. And now we got a
Hello.
problem. So,
Now we got a problem. That boy CJ Stroud out there playing like he a 12-year vet, like I mentioned earlier. Uh, Obviously about Browning playing at a high level on Monday night. In OT, that was a great game. Excuse me. Let's move on obviously over to Thursday night football. New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. What is going on with the
do we
Pittsburgh
have to?
Steelers? Man, you go ahead and let the New England Patriots come in and win 21-18. But Zappe played very well here. 19 of 28 from the field, 240 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Obviously out with who's their main guy there? I'm forgetting right now the name for the Pittsburgh that's out. Pickett?
Yeah.
Yep. So he's out. Obviously, Mr. Trubisky, you already know what you're getting with him. 22 of 35 from the field, 190 yards throwing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So obviously Zappe won that battle at the quarterback position. Good to see Ezekiel Elliott, 22 carries, 68 yards. He also caught one as well. People writing him off, saying that his season or his career was done. He literally, I think, had more fantasy points than what's name from Dallas ever had this year. Could be wrong. Just saw that stat on Twitter. Yep, then Tony Pollard. Yep,
No,
had more fantasy.
Zeke was the best player on the field yesterday. I'm sure besides TJ Watt, but Zeke had the best game yesterday. He was the
No,
best. He had the
absolutely.
best any player on the field yesterday for sure.
No, right with you on that. But yeah, no, let's talk about this game here. Obviously, New England Patriots 3-10, probably not going to make the playoffs. So they're definitely just playing, I guess, for pride at this point. This is a good win. Their situation is going to be very crazy in the offseason. Are they going to go ahead and get themselves a quarterback? Are they going to go ahead, and it's crazy that they're talking about this, and we've highlighted this as well. Are they going to go ahead and move on from their head coach in Belichick? Is the Belichick era over? Are they going to continue to stay with him? If they get rid of him, that would be crazy, but who knows? You never know what business. You never know what the upper people are thinking. They can go ahead and tell you, oh, yeah, you're going to be our guy for, the next 5, and then all of a sudden you get a phone call, you're out of there. So this was a great win, obviously, for New England Patriots. They're going to have a crazy offseason. But for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, this is like if anyone can handle a headache, I guess the head coach for them can obviously manage it. But, 7-6, I would think that these guys would be well over 500. Obviously, the buzz that they got in the offseason, their defense and everything. I know they've been having some injuries and that, but, being 7-6, you're still in the hunt, but they got to tighten up. This should have been an easy win at the crib. You shouldn't lose to a 3-10 team at home ever. So I don't understand it on what I think it would be. Steelers, literally, what do they need to do to figure out this situation? Because you can't lose at the crib, especially to a 3-10 team.
They need a quarterback, bro. They need to be searching for a veteran quarterback that's probably about to move on from a team. I would say a Matthew Stafford. I said this on a Speak On It podcast earlier today. Maybe a Matthew Stafford. He might be out the door over there. You never know what they want to do with him over there with the Rams. Maybe a Russell Wilson. I kind of think this is his last year with the Broncos, but we shall see. Maybe, get a veteran quarterback like that knows how to win. You can go Kirk Cousins. You can think about it. It's something to think about. You feel me? It's just something to think about. They need to get a quarterback, bro. They need to get a competitive guy that can play quarterback. Either a highly talented rookie quarterback in this draft or a veteran that knows how to get it done. Because they don't have that at the quarterback position right now. Pickett is not it, bro. I didn't think he was really a good quarterback like that in Pittsburgh and at the college. And I didn't think he was a good quarterback like that then. And I don't think he is now. And I remember a lot of this offseason we was talking about it like, it's really on him. We got to see what he going to do. You feel me? And he ain't doing shit, bro. He looked bad. Like, you can blame the offense coordinator all you want. And I'm not saying it ain't his fault. But what he's calling is probably what Pickett is capable of.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. If he had Patrick Mahomes, I'm sure his playbook would be a little bit different. You feel me? If he had some of these other quarterbacks, his playbook would be a lot bit different. But he got him. And dude can't do it. Matt Canada ain't throwing the ball. They ain't really mad at them wide receivers ain't mad at Matt Canada. Yeah, they mad at him, but they ain't mad at Matt Canada. They mad at the damn quarterback because you playing, bro. You feel me? You are the one playing. Scramble around and make some shit happen if you need to. But they got to do something over there in Pittsburgh because this ain't a good look. 1-3 of the last games. The last 2 losses at home came to the Cardinals and the Patriots. Both of them motherfuckers had 2 wins. They was like 2-8, 2-9 before they came in and win against them.
Man, not good at all. That's not it. Not it. But yeah, no, week 14 obviously is upon us here. A lot of key games. So just to go ahead and highlight NFC North, Lions versus the Bears at noon. Packers versus the Giants. That's a Monday night game. There's a double header on Monday nights. So they are going to be playing at the same time as the Titans versus the Dolphins. Yeah. And there's multiple games on that. I think it'd be some big time games as well. Bills versus Chiefs. That's going to be a huge game. Who else I got here? Colts versus Bengals probably be a pretty good one, but I think the main one that I feel is going to be the one most talked about. Eagles versus Cowboys, that Sunday night game. Eagles coming off that loss. Are they going to bounce back and get this dub against the Cowboys? Cowboys playing hot right now. Prescott's in the MVP talk. He's playing at a high level. Do the Cowboys got it this year? Can the Cowboys be somewhat of America's team that we so happen to claim or say for the past decade or however long we've been saying it? So that'll be a good one as well. Those games are obviously on Sunday. But let's talk about some festivities last night. NBA play-in tournament. Las Vegas was popping. A lot of great games on. Let's go ahead and talk about the first one here. Obviously, the Indiana Pacers versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Indiana Pacers won that one 128-119. We talked about this earlier. Talking about you got the Indiana Pacers. Obviously, I got the Bucks. If you don't know, I am from Wisconsin, so I do love all of my Wisconsin sports. Clearly, we can go ahead and talk about, I think, the main man here that is from Wisconsin, that we've already talked about him in the previous episode. But, I mean, he's continuing to show that he's trying to get into that NBA all-team, first-team, all-star, basically trying to show that he belongs in here, and that's Tyler Haliburton. 27 points, 15 assists, 7 rebounds, and off those 15 assists, it had 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers. Okay, that is what a efficient point guard does at the highest of highs, and he is balling right now. Then looking obviously more at the stat line, him assisting the ball. Turner, obviously their center, 26 points, 10 rebounds. Toppin playing very well. I think found a new home, 14 points.
Yeah.
Um, this Indiana Pacers team is rolling. They're 12-8. This is a great win for them. For the Bucks on the opposite end, we look disgusting on the defensive end. We don't play any defense. We literally, I don't care if, Dame says we're still trying to figure it out. Yes, we're 15-7, but I mean, you can't fault not playing defense. I can understand that you guys aren't in that mode right now. You guys are probably still in the, we're trying to get towards the end of the season to, get a playoff spot. I'm not with that right now. Even though, Giannis had 37, 10 rebounds, Middleton had 20 points, Brook Lopez had 18, Damian Lillard had 24, but his 24 came in the second half. From a Bucks perspective, we played horrible on defense. Like, the transition defense was horrible. Like, it was like we're basically out there, say, not a pro-am, like I'm playing 2K, like a rec league, like we're just going out there to play. And I've talked to you about this. I am a little bit concerned of the head coach right now. There was multiple opportunities to go ahead and get, a coach. Giannis picked this guy. I'm just not seeing like just this game. And I know there's probably other games that you see the Bucks are looking great. I just don't see when it comes to when I watch fundamentals on defensive end. We have everything on the offensive, but we just don't do little things right on the defensive end. So talk to me about this game here, what you saw, and from a Bucks, for me, this was a bad game for the Bucks.
Yeah, I would say that they came back, they was down by 12 at halftime. They came out, Dame hit like four quick threes, damn near all within like the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. He came out on fire, hitting all the threes, got them back into the game. Then they was, then it kept going like, okay, they was up by 4, then down by 3, then up by 4, then down by 2, then up by 5, and down by 1. So it was a back and forth game like that all the way up until the end. But Pacers just didn't fall, bro. Like, they stayed in the fight. They got hit with a couple rib shots. They got hit with a haymaker right out of the halftime. And this, I'm sure everybody thought, like, all right, now Milwaukee didn't woke up. Nah, Dame didn't woke up. Dame time. He about to be pulling the threes from half court. But Dame shot 9 3-pointers. Brook Lopez shot 10 of them. So Dame shoots 9 3-pointers and Brook Lopez shoots 10. Dame is kind of figuring out how to play with a new team in a new environment with another like top guy. There's people that think Giannis is arguably the best player in the NBA. So he's learning how to play with somebody next to him that's better than him when he's being number 2. And like I said, all them 3-point, like taking 25, 30 shots a game, that shit was gonna get cut down in half. Because you're not about to just be coming down and just shooting from half court anytime you want to on a winning team. You can do that shit when you play for the Wizards. You can do that shit when you play for Portland. Yeah, go ahead. You can do that. You can do it when you play for Charlotte. But when you playing for a team that's competes for championships, you're gonna be a little bit more hesitant to just come down and just pull the shit from a step inside the, and step inside the half court line. Like you said on defense, man, they Pacers was able to get anything they want to. 128 points to the Pacers, where there's really only one known scorer on their team. Really only one known scorer. Like, they had
128.
Bro, they literally
How many
got,
points they have in the paint? How many points they have in transition? Because I'm sure you probably got that in there.
I'm gonna come back to that. Keep that in mind. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 9 guys with 8 points or more. They had 6 guys in double digits. The Pacers, and this is a team that only, like, you look, you say you play the Pacers, you like, okay, this is Tyrese Haliburton. He gonna go off. Ain't nobody else really gonna snap like that. But they giving it up for everybody. We talked about it last night. They got Beasley, Dame, and Middleton as they perimeter defense in the start lineup. They not stopping nobody. That lineup not stopping nobody,
Nobody, bro. They're stopping
nobody,
nobody.
nobody at all. So it's like you said, how many trend? What'd you say? Points off
Transit.
turnover.
How many Yes, points off turnovers or do they have like a stat on there like transition, like how many
Yup.
points they made it?
Fast break points, they had 11. Bucks had 7. Second chance points, they had Pacers had 23 to they 16. Points in the paint, Pacers had 72 to the Bucks 60. When the last time you know the Bucks to get outscored in the paint by
In the
12 points
paint though.
in the paint?
That's
So it's
crazy.
like they had more offensive rebounds and more defensive rebounds, more points off turnovers. Like when I'm literally looking at this shit, the Pacers is literally won in every single category, every single one. Steals, second chance points, fast break, points in the paint, points off turnovers, everything, blocks, assists, rebounds, everything. It's like it was just their night, bro. Like I told you, like I knew that that young team was gonna play hard. They was gonna play harder. And man, I don't think we talk about Haliburton enough, bro. I literally been like sitting back and think about it, like damn. I don't really think we've ever seen a dude like this that could really pass the ball the way he passed the ball and can
Bro.
shoot the ball the way he shoot the ball, and he controls the ball in his hand too. Like yeah, Steph
Right.
can shoot, he can pass. He don't come down and run the offense through him. He's usually the one running around, and teams are setting screens for him. So basically, the offense creates space and separation for Steph. Tyrese Haliburton can just sidestep, do this, dribble, 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 go to the rack, shoot the three, step back, sidestep, pass the ball. Like they said in the last 15, 20 years, I think there's only been one other person to have 25 points, over 15 assists, and 0 turnovers in the game. He's done it 3 times this year. I said in the last 15 to 20 years, bro. I think it was longer than that. I might be underly exaggerating.
That's
Bruh,
crazy.
Tyrese Haliburton is special, bruh. He shut that shit down. It's our time. Ain't no more Dame time. I love that shit. I love that tenacity. I love how he looked at him and says, "Oh, it's my time now." I love that because you ain't gotta respect the motherfucker. We playing basketball, bro. Like I ain't just about to respect you, bro. This basketball. Like,
Facts.
yeah, I respect what you've done. You feel me? Yeah, that's what's up. But when we on this court, I'm at you, bro.
Right.
I'm at you, and I'm gonna make you pay. And that's what he
Right.
doing, bro. He literally playing. He's literally right now. I think he the best point guard in the league, and he only 23, bro. 23, bro. That's special, dog. That's special. He's special, bro. But
Man,
go
no,
ahead.
he is. Shout out to the crib, man. I mean, he like and it's only scary. It's only going to get scary from here. Like what he's doing now, he's only going to elevate his game. Him being able to go ahead, and it's great to see. I would say that he's actually like a true point guard, but he's all around. Like he can do everything very efficiently. Like you've seen when you want him to go ahead and take over the game, don't worry about it. Go ahead and give you a quick 5 to go ahead and close the game out. You want him to go ahead, set the offense, pick and roll, everything, bro. Like he literally is what you want your kid to watch as a point guard. Like, watching basketball growing up, like fundamental basketball, but at a high level. Like he makes the right plays. He knows when to go ahead and shoot. He knows when to go ahead and dish it, all that. It's just incredible to see. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the crib. Shout out to Oshkosh. Shout out to everybody that, helped him, all that stuff. Because his story, 0 star. He been telling you 0 star. Everybody want to go ahead and say 3 star. I'm a 0 star. He's been grinding. He's been doing what he needs to do, and he is fooling. He is balling right now. I hope that brother goes ahead and breaks all the records because it's only going to giving hope to Wisconsin, but also giving hope to people that are, trying to go ahead and do great things. But shout out to him though. He's a dog.
He he has arrived, bro.
Like there's
It,
yeah,
there,
100%.
there there's no way. There's no way he's gonna be the. I said this on a podcast. He's gonna be the first. Not the first. I'm tripping. He's the East All Star starter for sure. He's starting over Dame.
Oh, he's better. Real to be honest with you, bro, he's better than
He
Dame right now.
yeah, bruh. He better than
You can say Steph. You about to say Steph, right?
He better than Steph right now, bro. Like it's you can see the changing of the guards, bro. You can see it's like you can see the
Yeah.
league. You can see the ant coming. Ja Morant come back in 5 games, bro. The NBA is missing him right now. I'm telling y'all right now, they're missing his electricity on that court. They're
Hmm.
missing it, but he'll be back in 5 games. You got Shea. You got Tyrese. You feel me? Like, who knows what LaMelo Ball gonna do because he hurt right now. And when he play, it's cool, but they don't be winning it. He's not helping them win. But this dude right here, he's helping his team win, and he got the numbers. So he's special, bro. PG 13. Pull
Come
back up to
home.
Indiana, bro.
Come on home. But no, that'll be crazy. But shout out to obviously, him, but Bucks loss sucked. But hey, they're out. Indiana's going to the finals to face the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, that was the second half of the game. They won that 133-89. I told you before that game that they were going to dog walk the Pelicans, and they so did. Uh, just want to go ahead and tell everyone right now to give flowers to LeBron James. He should be at the number one for MVP. He should be at the number one of everything right now. 30 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Anthony Davis playing incredible. When you see Anthony Davis have a double-double, that's basically going to tell me that the Lakers won the game. Prince 15 points, Russell 14, Reeves 17, Hachimura 12. Chrissy coming in because they basically brought their second unit in or third unit in the second half. The third quarter they dropped 43 points. The second quarter they dropped 38. The first quarter 29. High scoring. But if this team is playing like this for the rest of the season, shooting 54% from the field, 48% from three, your key player in LeBron James getting hot, hitting back-to-back-to-back threes, basically showing that he's the same guy that he was 19 or 20 or 21 years ago. It's going to be hard to beat this team, man. I'm sorry. If all these guys stay healthy, there's a no competition if LeBron James is playing the way he's playing right now and AD gives you 10 and 10 every night. You're not going to stop this team at all. Go ahead and talk to me about your Lakers, man, because I was actually shocked that I was kind of right that they were going to go ahead and whoop on these Pelicans.
Beat him bad, bro. Beat him bad. Obviously, LeBron came out, set the tone early, making things happen, making shots. And it was as much as it was about LeBron. Torian Prince showed up. He knocked down some shots. All we need him to do is knock down open threes, bro. Every 3-point shot he shoot, he's wide open. Every
Right.
single one. Nobody. They helping on LeBron. They double teaming AD. They worry about D'Lo. They worry about Reeves. He is wide open on every single 3-point he shoot. I haven't seen him shoot not one contested 3-point shot this whole season. He just has to consistently knock down timely threes like Shane Battier did, like Mike Miller did, like James Jones did, like Channing Frye did, like Mario Chalmers did in times. He has to knock down that shot and he can be that threat, and Brian can trust him more to kick it out to him. Reddish, Vando, and Christie, bro. Fucking Strap City.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
City, dog. That
Cam
shit is so
Reddish
beautiful.
defense, he needs those three guys, honest to God, him especially, he needs to be in the defensive category or first team, second team, because he's shown his purpose on this team, bro. He's going to lock the best player down, and that's it, bro. You see what he did with KD. Even though it's hard to guard KD, he gave KD fits. He gave Booker fits. He gave all the guys that are key players in the NBA fits.
Had Book crying. Book was
Yes.
crying. Book was crying like a baby out there because he was getting strapped up so much. KD contested him in all 3 games. They already played the Suns 3 times this year. In all 3 games, KD gonna do his thing, but that's Kevin Durant. But he making it tough. KD missing mid ranges because He got to create, bro. Vando only been back 3 games. I think every game they played, Vando been back. I think the other team have scored less than 90 points. Let me just make sure on that. The last 3 games,
You're probably right.
97 points, 103 points. The Suns scored 103, and we know the Suns scored 120, 125, 130, and the Pelicans scored 89. But these motherfuckers is barely getting 100 points. Vando is strapping. Vando is either 3 games. Vando is first team all defense this year. Cam Reddish probably gonna be first team all defense this year. Christie, the job Christie done against he even be checking Devin Booker a little bit. He did a good job versus him. The job he did against Donovan Mitchell when they played the Cavs, that was a great job. He guarded him a lot that game, and he made it tougher for Donovan Mitchell. We ain't even got Gabe Vincent back yet. Hopefully he's back before Christmas. I hope this ain't another fucking Kendrick Nunn episode where his knees fuck him up and he be out for the whole 2 years. I hope this ain't that. And I ain't even bring up AD. I ain't even bringing up AD because everything get funneled to him and he's gonna do his thing. But this team is deep, bro. This team is good, bro. We deep. We getting healthy. We one guy away from being healthy. I want to see how he fits within his team. But this was the perfect game for the Lakers right here. This was the game, and not even just scoring 133 points. That's a lot of points, but just all around, bro. This all around game, cutting to the basket, mid range, offensive rebounding, turnovers. We started off the first quarter. We had like 7 turnovers. I think we had 7 turnovers in the first quarter. We ended the game. We ended the game. No, we had 10 in the first half. We ended the game with 14. Now you don't want to have 14 turnovers, but I'd rather have the bitches in the first half than the second half.
Facts.
Man, LeBron set the tone, man. He's still breaking records, breaking personal records in year 21. This is the first time in his career, his NBA career, that he scored 30 points and had 8 assists in under 25 minutes of playing a game. Him, AD, and D'Lo did not play a minute in the fourth quarter. LeBron was 30 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 9 for 12 from the field, 4 for 4 from the three-point line, 8 for
Hello.
8. 8 for 8 from the free throw line. I mean, 4 for 4 from the three-point line, 8 for 8 from the free throw line in less than 23 minutes. That's what I love to see, man. That's what I love to see. So, shout out to that ass whooping, man. I think this Saturday night game gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Is.
You know, of course, I got the Lakers winning it all, man. Brian type shit. Let's get it.
No, absolutely. And I wanna ask you, because obviously, we are off, but do you already mentioned it, if Haliburton wins this game against the Lakers, is he solidified to be, in that conversation as a top point guard in this league?
I think he already in that conversation.
Do you think he's top 5? Do you think he's top 3?
I think
Because
he's
I've been
top
seeing people. Ooh, shit.
I think who the point guards in the league right now? Dame.
No,
I
that's
think
what I'm
he's
saying.
better.
That's what I'm saying.
I think right
That's what
now
I'm saying.
he's better. I think right now he's better than. Let me. I think he's better than Dame right now. I think he's better than Trae Young right now. I think he's better than Drew Holiday.
But I think right now that he realistically, and I know his name's been buzzing, obviously, but he's been playing. If he plays like this, bro, he's the best point guard in the NBA.
Bro, he is. Ain't no. There's another.
He's the best point guard. There's no other guy that's doing like. When we could have, like, we're gonna get really in depth in this obviously right now. Like, you played basketball, I've played basketball. You know the point guard position. You know the role of a point guard. You know what a point guard needs to do. You know what he needs to go ahead and facilitate. He needs to go ahead and go get guys together. He's damn near, to my opinion, he damn near the quarterback, if you want me to relate football to basketball. Right? Getting guys doing what they need to do. And for him to do what he's doing at this level and at highest level and not turning the ball over. That's just like a quarterback having 4 interceptions, but he has, 4 touchdowns, whatever. He does not turn the ball over.
Like, that speaks on your decision making, and I love that because
Yes.
there's times when you try to force the ball in. You feel me? Try to force the ball in. Like, I seen him one time. He came down yesterday, and he was on a fast break where it was like, I could score, You feel me? But it might be a little tough. And he turned around and dribbled that motherfucking out. And I was like, bro, that is a great play right there. Because he could have just went up and forced some bullshit and didn't get no points from that possession, but he ended up getting points for that possession. And
Right.
it's just his decision making. I love that, bro. I love that. He's definitely the best point guard in the league. Depend on who you consider in point guards.
Yeah, no, he's definitely up there. But yeah, like you mentioned, my good brother, Saturday, Indiana Pacers versus the Lakers will play. Obviously, this is well off, and Ben talks about it already, but obviously, college football rankings are already set. Michigan, obviously, number one, Washington, number two, Texas, number three, Alabama, number four. If you want my honest opinion, I got Roll Tide all the way through. Roll Tide.
To win it all?
Winning the whole thing. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I got them for sure winning the whole shebang. But let's go ahead and talk about this kind of a hot take here to go ahead and take these people on a great weekend. Do you think, and I think this has been talked about, obviously both of us being, at Michigan State, we've played obviously in the Big Ten. We know how that ranking stuff goes. We know what, happens at the end of the season. Do you think that this playoff should go to an 8-team, 12-team? What do you think moving forward from here on out? What do you think should happen from here on out from a college playoff standpoint? Should there be more teams that go into this to go ahead and have an opportunity to go ahead and get in the national championship?
I think it's already voted on and there's gonna be 12-team playoff. I don't really like the 12-team. I like an 8-team. Like, if you can't get in the top 8, then you ain't no fighting, ain't no, oh, well, we was just outside of it and we beat them. Bro, if you ain't in the top 8 at the end of the season, and I don't think you need no committee at that time. We done had a whole
Right.
year and it's 8 spots. It don't need to be no committee because rank the motherfuckers how they rank and let them play. I think 8 is great. I think 8 is the greatest number for that. I just like that. I feel like they can play. They'll be able to play. So right at the Big Ten championship weekend, they'll be able to play. Then they'll play the next weekend as well, and that'll be like the 8th for play the 8th for play the 1 seed, 2 will play the 7,
Right.
you 3, 6, and whatever other one is, I forget, 4, 5, and they'll play, and then the next week they'll play. Was it maybe no, it wouldn't be the next week. They'll skip a week because that'd be like around the Christmas break or something like that. But then they'll play on
Right.
New Year's, be the Final Four on New Year's. It'll start on New Year's like it start. And then the next one will be on the 8th of like around the 8th, 7th, 9th of January. I think that's how it should go. I don't think it should be 12 teams because it's like, bro, what the fuck you need 12 teams for? You got
Right.
8. If you got 8 teams, I think it just needs to be 8 teams. If you can't get in that 8 teams, if you ain't in that top 8 teams throughout the whole year, and when they go at the end and at the week 12, you ain't in that top 8, ain't no fighting because you had 8 chances to be in the top 8. I think that's fair. I don't think you need a committee after that because you don't need to be saying, all right, well, they're the 1 seed. Nope, because nope. Don't match them up how you need to match them up. It's cool to do that now because it's only 4 teams. But
Right.
no, because right now it would have been like Oregon playing. I think I seen Oregon playing Michigan. I got Oregon beating Michigan, and if they was to play 8-1, you feel me? Like I would like those matchups better instead of like a 12 and a 1. It'd be cool 12 and a 1, but I like 18s better. I think that's the perfect fit, the perfect adjustment for college football.
Yeah, no, that's definitely where I'm
And
at. I just want to see a playoff, though. A bigger, like a wide variety, of teams in there. Like at least 8 for sure. 12, cool. If it's more, then it's just there should be no excuse. Like there should be no more committee. This, that, and the third. Play it like it's NFL. Like have an NFL type playoff situation. I'm not saying seeds and everything, but I'm saying how they have it, like you just mentioned. Do that, go forward. You can go ahead and have these big bowl games, like go down to Texas and Cotton Bowl. That could be one spot where 2 teams play. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, college football is basically NFL. If you want my honest opinion, it's a
that's what
money
it's turning
making
to.
world. Yeah, that's what it is, and it ain't turning into. That's what it is now. Like it's damn near. is damn near like a. I mean, it's already a farm league, obviously, to get to the NFL, but like it's just even more now to where more money's involved. Obviously, all the stuff that goes on with it. You know, there's a lot of things going on, obviously, with the college football, but they do need to go ahead and make that playoff a little bit bigger for teams to get in. 8 would be perfect. No, I just want to ask you that.
And I don't. I know you said you got Alabama. I do not have Alabama winning it all. I got Alabama beating Michigan. And I think I'm going to roll with Washington beating Texas. And I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down to Alabama versus Washington. And I got Washington winning.
And that's not a bad pick, though, because Washington's back end defensive-wise, from front to back, dogs. Like, I realistically, if I am a NFL scout, I am going to draft every single one from corner to safety to strong safety to corner for that Washington team. Granted, obviously, all these players that are in this Final Four are very good, but I don't know what it is about Washington. Their skill players are crazy.
And they got the best quarterback in the Final Four.
Who should win the Heisman, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
Oh, you think he should win?
Him or Jaden from LSU?
I'm going Jaden. I got Jaden Daniels winning.
Yeah. I'm sick. That
his numbers is just crazy, dog.
Bro, his numbers are insane.
Crazy, bro. He got damn near 5,050 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. And he had a 300-yard passing game, and in the same game he had 250 yards rushing plus. And I think he had like 6 touchdowns in that game. Like, bro, that shit like Little League, dog.
Bro, that's Pop Warner, bro. That's doing just whatever on that field. But no, I just want to go ahead and talk about that. But with everyone, man, that is the conclusion of episode 92 of Off the Top Show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're getting to 100. Got some things obviously lined up here. You're going to continuously see, obviously, my boy Lip here on Speak on the Podcast on his end. He's got a whole bunch of things going on. We got things in motion, man. Playoff time is here for NFL. We're getting deep in the NBA. College football playoffs are going to be starting in bowl games as well. Lip, take us out, brother. You see it.
Episode 53 up right now. You feel what I'm saying? Speak on the Podcast with your boy Lip, man. Enjoy y'all weekend, man. Got all the awards. Got another great weekend of football. Let's see if these Cowboys are a serious team. They actually have a serious matchup this weekend versus the Eagles. We're going to see that. Play-in tournament has been a tremendous addition to the NBA. The in-season tournament and the play-in tournament. Both of them has been a tremendous upgrade to the NBA. For real. So Adam Silver definitely struck gold on those two. Love what I seen from that. And I'm just ready for a great weekend, man. Y'all be easy, man. Drink y'all water, man. You feel what I'm saying? Hydrate yourself.
Like my good brother said, you guys have a great weekend. We will see you guys next Friday. Got things up the sleeve, so see ya. Peace out.